Good morning. Good morning. My name is Bev Holland. We're trying something new today. I am your host. I am also your practitioner. So if I get confused, then maybe you can help me out. Anyway, welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living. Whether you're here in person today or online, we welcome you. Our musicians today include Terry O'Hara on the piano and Benny Yangco on the clarinet. Didn't that really sound like Hopscotch? That was really cool. Our audiovisual team up there is Erik Perrohe and Ronald Edens. And Ronald is actually sitting down here today. Our practitioners include myself, as I mentioned, on platform, and also Mona Williams, who is holding High Watch or Consciousness virtually. And this is only the third time that we have done this. Our practitioners are not always, maybe it's summer, but they're not always here. And so they have volunteered to take an hour to sit and hold consciousness for us. So even though we don't see them, we know that the airwaves are full of all of that consciousness. Today's message will be given by CSL-Tacoma practitioner Laura Bentle. And I think I didn't mention before, Kevin Griffin and the CSL-Tacoma Choir. Yay! Yay! I'm very excited to hear them again. We are if you're here for the first time, we're glad you have chosen us and would like to recognize you. We are a friendly, handshaking meet and greet community, yet we recognize and respect that not everyone is so gregarious. If you're comfortable raising your hand, please do so that we may welcome you. Any new people today? Oh, welcome. And I believe we have welcome packets in the back. So if you already got one. See, we're doing our job. Thank you. I'd like to meet you later. Okay, I have several announcements today. The first one I want to bring up Sharon Sterling to talk about our online auction, which is happening soon.
Hi, I'm so glad to present you with an opportunity that is our first, and we're doing an auction that is totally different than anything we've done before, and it's becoming kind of an up and coming way of fundraising and less work and expenditures. So we're looking forward to having the actual online auction will be July 13th through the 20th. It's a Thursday to Thursday that you can look at the items. We'll have pictures of them on the website. We'll get you the website next week. And you'll have a week to look at them and you can bid then. But the last hour and a half or so, there's a minute given to each lot. And that final bid will be it. It's a hard close or a hard sell type thing. That wasn't the right word. So it'll be fun to see what treasures that you have that you can donate. We have parts of 3 estates that we're incorporating into this online auction, and it'll be a lot of fun and help us even flourish more. So thank you so much. And those of you that brought things today, you can bring them in the front or the back, or you can follow us to the storage unit.
And you can bring them next Sunday as
Yes.
well.
Next Sunday is the last Sunday that we can accept things. So, yes, Ty.
And this is open to the community, right? It's not just-
Oh, yeah. The website is open to anybody. So give the website out to your friends, your family, people, across the way. They don't need to be here. Actually, the pickup will be on July 22nd at the storage unit. So we'll need some volunteers to help with that. So, Judy? No, we don't have shipping. So, thank you.
All right, cool. Thank you.
Thank you, Sharon. There's a new class starting next week called 5 Gifts for an Abundant Life, and it's facilitated by Mona Williams, our lead practitioner, on Wednesdays, starting the 5th of July. You have more information on that at our website, which is tacomacsl.org. And CSL-Tacoma is a sponsor for the Pride Festival in downtown Tacoma, and I think there's somebody here that wants to tell us about it.
Me. Some guy with 2 thumbs that's a senior minister. All right, how's it going, guys? Pride is an amazing opportunity to first and foremost demonstrate who we are as a community that's inclusive and loving and for everyone, because it's what the walk, we walk the talk by being at Pride. And what we want to do is have everyone come out and party with us and share that message of a spiritual, loving community that will accept everyone as you are, as you wish to be. And I can't think of a better message. Ernest Holmes would have been so proud of us doing this today. Now, Justin Arbuthnot is a wonderful powerhouse he's a force of nature if you have not met him. And he is going to be leading the way. And we have volunteer seats that Leslie has created that we're going to circulate around, and we would love for you to sign up from 12 to 6 p.m. next Saturday on the 8th. And you at home, please come to Pride and celebrate who we are at CSL-Tacoma and who we know the world can be together, because this is how we change the world. We show up and we give love and we incorporate everyone. That's how we change the world. That's how we change the world. Ken?
You said next Saturday, the 8th. Next Saturday is the 1st.
Not next Saturday, the Saturday after next Saturday. Thank you for the correction, Ken. Now it's on the record, Saturday the 8th, in 2 weeks, well, a little less than. But sign up and come and party. Of all things, we're going to play. Pride is about play. Let's play and have a great time at Pride. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Reverend Drew. And I also wanted to mention Sound Healing is having an event this coming Saturday, July 1st at 6 p.m. There's more information on our website, and it will be held here. And Dee is here today if you want to ask her a question. Can you raise your hand if you have any other questions about that event? Also, two of us will be in the back afterwards, to practitioners if anyone needs prayer today specifically. All right. Let's take a moment to remember who we are and what we believe. The Center for Spiritual Living Tacoma is a peaceful, loving, and joyful spiritual community with a shared set of values, principles, and practices. We embody an understanding of our oneness with Source. We are committed to individual transformation and to being a beneficial presence on the planet. Our vision is to create a world that works for everyone. We help to empower you to bring your dreams to life. We do this together in a number of ways, through practicing meditation and prayer, teaching universal spiritual principles, offering a spiritual home, giving consciously, living in the present moment, engaging in a life of service, and providing a pathway to peace of mind. And now I would like to ask Reverend Drew Ebersole to share his minister's moment.
So we are recognizing that we want to acknowledge that this body is the essence and spirit of this entire movement. And you, by being here, represent power in that body. It's all of us together. And do not think this is light words. Again, this is how we change the world. When you're looking at, as Ernest Holmes famously said, before something and against nothing. Before something. This is what we are for, each other. And when you volunteer and you show up and you give of yourself, I know Vicki Simones is our new volunteer coordinator. She's not here today. I hope she's watching online. See her about a way you can plug in, because when you do, it's an invitation to rise to your best self. You find life, vitality, longevity, purpose, meaning, value by being part of something in a way that feels good to you. Find that way, connect with Vicki, and you'll find a greater purpose for yourself. I guarantee it. That's the road to happiness. Last week I spoke about pleasure is a window and peace is a door. That's how you find peace and walk through the door toward enlightenment, right there. In that vein, we want to recognize people weekly who have done some great service and great things. And today, we're recognizing Ronald and Roger for their incredible work with Wine and Tapas. Can you two stand up for a moment, please? Or Ronald, if you're up there. Now, there are many other people that will be thanked, and it will go out rolling out, but every week we're going to really acknowledge them. So say hi to Ronald and Roger if you can, and just thank them for what they've done. I also want to take a moment. I know it's a little longer, but this is a special Sunday. We have two members that have been just dear and loving, awesome people for us, in George and Sibil. And if you two would stand for a moment, if you're able. And we want to just take a moment. And if we can all stand and rise with them, that's... They have embodied what it is to be in the spirit of this movement, and they're going to go forward in a beautiful venture. But I just want to say to you that this is always your home, and that we love you beyond measure, and that love will go with you and forward into the world to create more good. And thank you for all the good that you've created right here. Thank you and bless you. I do have a few quick gratitudes to read. There's so many. I'm going to have to read excerpts from some of them, so hang tight. But these gratitudes are another way of us manifesting what we want to see. The first one is the really full seats here at CSL-Tacoma these days. The next one is Darlene's cooking and positive energy. Darlene's in the back there. And Sunny's musical talent. We heard her last week, and I think we'll be able to hear her again many times. This next one says, worms in the garden. The new flow of Sunday service. The powerful expression of spirit at CSL-Tacoma. New energy coursing through the veins of CSL-Tacoma. Wow. Our fantastic Wine and Tapas event. The compassion others show when I mess up. Isn't that beautiful? The compassion others show when I mess up. This one says, my new tooth, my dad, and my new Crocs. And this one says, the energy of love in this room. Bless you. And you're going to have a real treat with Laura today. She's really
Yes, yes. So now let's take a moment to just relax in our seats, close our outer eyes if you so choose, and just come into your own. I know, I absolutely know that Spirit is here, everywhere, in this room, in this town, in this city, in this county, in this state, and in this world, and in this universe. It is the same Spirit that is acting here that is also acting everywhere. And the reason is because it is in here. It is in my body, my mind. It is in your body and your mind. It is in between all the interstitial spaces of your body. It is everywhere present. It is Spirit, it is God, it is whatever you choose to call it. It is the energy of the universe acting as us and through us. We need only say yes. We need only say, yes, work through me. Allow me to think these thoughts that are positive, that can move us upward in the world. Now, I don't mean just in our own careers. I mean the entire body of this world moving in a positive direction. And that is the truth. And I'm so grateful knowing that truth. And I'm grateful knowing it is here. It is embodied in every single person here. And I take a deep breath. Take a deep collective breath together, knowing that that breath is the breath of Spirit. And I release it into the spiritual law where I know it is done, and it is so. And so it is. The reading today is actually from our Science of Mind magazine this month. Jeffon Seeley is a young man who is a transformational speaker. If you ever get a chance to hear him, he's amazing. He's also involved in our national organization. And he wrote about the sacred self. I'm just going to read a little bit from it. Within us all is a power and presence, an energy that gives rise to our being. It is the essence that empowers our minds to think. It is that which enables our sacred hearts to beat, cells to divide, and atoms to vibrate. Within you and me, this infinite intelligence resides. We are infinite beings experiencing this moment here and now. Recognizing this foundation that our entire being and spirit are connected to and built on, we can see how profound and sacred this experience of life is. Perhaps we can truly see how holy this essence is, and by consciously recognizing this, how much compassion, potential, and power flows to and through us each day. Thank you.
Wasn't what you plan to do with your foolish pride when you're all by yourself alone. Won't you tell somebody the way that you feel? You can feel it beginning to ease. I think it's true what they say about the squeaky wheel, always getting the grease. Better to shower the people you love with love. Show them the way that you feel. Things are gonna be just fine if you only will. Shower the people you love with love. Show them the way that you feel. Things are gonna be much better if you only will. Shower the people you love with love. Show them the way that you feel. Shower the people you love with love. Show them the way that you feel.
Every life,
People you love with love.
they say the rain must fall, just like a pouring rain. Make it rain.
Show them the way that you feel.
Make it rain. Love, 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 the sunshine.
The way that you feel.
Make it rain. Love, 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 the sunshine.
The way that you feel. Things are gonna be much better if you only will.
Wow, I just love when the choir sings, don't you? Gives me God bumps. So I have the opportunity of introducing Laura Lee Bentle. Laura Lee Bentle is an amazing person, and it would probably take me an hour to actually tell you everything I would like to tell you about her, but you want to hear from her. So I am just going to say that she has had the distinction of coming home twice during her life. First as a Native American woman, and second as a practitioner here at our center. She defines her passion as assisting others in finding the sunlight of the spirit within themselves. In fact, that's one of the reasons she entered practitioner studies after taking foundational courses. And what is her best lifetime advice? Love what you do and do what you love. I give you Laura Lee Bentle.
Thank you. And I used to have somebody tell me that my kidneys were too close to my eyeballs. So I do leak. And I'm really grateful that I'm able to do that today. Because I don't know about you, when I was growing up, I'll give you something to cry for, right? Today, these tears are just filled with gratitude, just to be alive. Just to be alive. And I get so caught up sometimes, and I don't understand. I'm humbled when I'm introduced, because I have done so many things in my life. I have done so many things. The longest road you're ever going to walk, the longest road, is going to be from your head to your heart. So when you come from your heart, Today's talk is personalizing the infinite. So when you personalize your infinite, you're coming from your heart, strictly from your heart. Because my head sometimes tells me things that's not true. It may tell me that I'm not worthy. It may tell me that I didn't do enough. It may tell me I wasn't a very good mom. It may tell me things that is just not true today. I'm a child of God. And each and every one of you have it in you. I know that today. So as I share with you how to personalize your infinite, I want you to not only hear my words, but I want you to feel them. Feel them. Because there are times when I've walked in and listened to Reverend Drew or listened to the music, I can hear it, but I also feel it. And that's where I want to stand today. You know, this month we have been embracing not only self-care with lavishing love, lavishing love upon yourself. You know, how do we do that? I love acronyms, okay? I love them to death because I make them up, right? I belong to Rotary International for well over 33 years, and I helped facilitate a leadership camp called RYLA, Rotary Youth Leadership Award Camp, right? And when I did that for like 33 years, and it was a 7-day camp for 18 to 25-year-olds, talk about an amazing experience all those years. So one day, as I'm journaling or writing, an acronym of love came to me. And I'm going to share it with you. And I may even have you get up and do it with me, just because I think it's pretty fabulous. I can do some pretty fabulous things in the world, so I'm just letting you know that right off the bat. So love for me is leap in. So you're gonna like leap in. I don't want to leap too far. Okay. Open up. Value each day with enthusiasm. Can you imagine seeing 50 young adults doing this? Oh my gosh. It enlivened me every single day we would do it, because I would do it.
Should we get up and do it?
Yeah.
Let's get up and do it.
Okay. Let's do this, because it's amazing. I'm just going to tell you. So what you're going to do, we're going to go love. We're going to leap in. We're going to open up. We're going to value each day with enthusiasm. Woohoo! Thank you. Thank you for indulging me. That was
Let's
just...
do it one more time. Let's do it together. One more time. I love it. Let's do it.
You love this. Okay, we love it.
All right.
Okay.
Let's go.
Leap in.
Each day with enthusiasm.
You guys are awesome. You know, another quick story. I'm a storyteller. I remember the first day I walked into CSL-Tacoma. I had been reading Science of Mind for many years, a little magazine, and it spoke to me. It's like my grandmother was speaking to me, because she always told me that I had the creator within. So when I started reading, I thought, this is really cool. I moved back to Tacoma, met a beautiful gal, Sharon, who is no longer with us. But she told me there was a center, spiritual living. I thought, oh, cool. So one July 2014, her and I walked into this place, and there were two young men, two tall young men. Anybody over 5'1" is tall to me, okay? But they were just kind and generous and welcoming, right? And then Reverend Drew was on pulpit. As soon as I walked in those doors, it was like, oh, I am home. I have found my place. I have found the heart that touched my heart. And you know, and I think that's what it's all about, is finding your own conception. Finding the conception that touches you. My God is big enough. If you want to borrow mine, I'll give them to you. You know? Because each and every one of you have the ability to locate that God-like, that creator. When I was going to practitioner school, we had a thing that we had to do. I can't think of the right word. But we had to write down at least 100 words for my conception of God. Oh, you know, as an American Indian woman, I can just look out at all of you and say, you are so easy to love. You are really easy to love. I'm amazed how easy it is to love each and every one of you. Because I know that your God resides in each of you. So some of my favorite words that I came up with was love, because God is love. God is joy. I have joy all over my house. Little words all over my house. Because joy is like this inner freedom for me. No matter what goes on in my life, I can find that joy. You know, happiness is great, but it's the joy that fills me. And one of my other favorites is the Prince of Joy. Oh, I've always wanted to find a prince, you know. I just know that your God is looking at me, and my Creator is just so excited to be here. You know, I always wondered what it would be like to stand up here and share myself with y'all. You know, because I've done things in my life where I've spoken in front of hundreds of people. But this is just, and I have my passion for that too. And I'd get up there and I'd have a beautiful PowerPoint and I wouldn't even follow it. Because I'd follow here, right here, my heart. So I want to read something that Ernest Holmes says in the Science of Mind book. And he wrote, God cannot help making the gift because God is the gift. Each and every day, I awaken to a present moment. And the present is just being alive. Just being alive. Because sometimes there are things that happen in people's worlds that come crashing down. Crashing down. You know, there are times, you know, when we're going to lose a loved one. We're going to lose a pet. We may even lose our keys and grieve over that. You know, I don't know about you. I mean, I used to wear readers, so I would flip them up on my head, you know, hold my hair back, and go, now where did I put those glasses? You know, laughter. Laughter is such a great medicine. But I want to tell you, on March 11th, 1991, I walked through the doors of, and I don't share this openly as often as, because my anonymity in my professional life was pretty important, because I was in front of a judge on a regular basis, testifying and doing things. So I walked through the doors of Alcoholics Anonymous on March 11th of 1991. And that was another day that I came home, because I came home to what I was truly was my nature, because something tragic happened in my life to my daughter and I, you know, and how I handled it was I masked it, you know. But somebody saw in me that I couldn't see in myself, and you know, and I'm very active in that program. And I try and help other people find that light, that sunlight of the Spirit within. And you know, and there are many ways you can do that. Many ways you can do that. You can do that for prayer. You know, every morning before I get out of bed, I ask, may I be of maximum service to you and to others today. Because it's not about me. It's about me assisting you finding that joy, that light within. Because that's important to me. You know, because I think as we go through life, faith is one of those things that's unseen. I got an acronym for faith too. Go figure. So faith is one of those unseen feelings, you might say. And so faith for me is fully and intentionally trusting Him. And sometimes that's where I have to stand on a regular basis, just knowing that faith is going to help me, assist me to journey through whatever I'm going to walk through. And what I know about being a practitioner, that we can do that for each and every one of you, so you can find that light, you can find that way of journeying out of the suffering. You know, suffering truly is optional. So I come here to get filled up so I can go out there. Because sometimes our world is not a nice place. But if I can just do my little bit in assisting, I've made my day, right? So today is kind of an auspicious day for me. Because I'm standing up here telling you about the infinite, personalizing your infinite. "11 months today, my surgeon repaired my aortic valve on July 25th of last year. It was a life-saving operation. And you know, and I stand here, I can stand here today, because it was getting ready to go boop. You know, and as I look back at that time, I was supposed to be in the hospital 7 days. Okay. Had chamber prayer going on. I had people praying. I had people, you know, just loving on me, asking me what we can do for you. And I had so much love during that time. I still do. But once the Dr. James, beautiful man. In fact, I told him that we were going to have an intimate relationship. You know, touch my heart. And so after the surgery, which I was I was in surgery for about 8 hours, you know, on a bypass machine, and he's, you know, doing what he needs to do to my heart, and it wouldn't start. So they had to put me on a external pacemaker. So when I woke up, my beautiful daughter was there, Maria, who will be 50 soon. It's like, what? Somebody asked me how that makes me feel, and I say, young. You know, so, but I woke up, and she was there, and, you know, I had all these tubes. I had like 4 tubes and wires hanging out of me, and in my neck, and in my arms and stuff, you know, and I didn't really know what was going on. And it took a couple days for me to semi-understand. And so I was in ICU for about 7 days, you know. I was supposed to be home on that 7th day. And I would lay in that bed watching these other heart patients walking around, and I thought, I'm going to do that. I want to do that. I want to do that. And I couldn't do that at that time. So, you know, once they were 7 days after they put a pacemaker in, which is great, and you know, in each and every day that I was there, I was filled with gratitude. Each and every day I would wake up and be filled with gratitude. And then they put me in another room for another 10 days. And and I had some complications, y'all. Some complications that I was not expecting, my daughter wasn't expecting. And on that 18th day, I just wanted to get out of there. I just wanted to be home around amongst my stuff. But each and every day I would thank those nurses. I would thank that PT person who would come in and want me to walk. And I couldn't walk. And I couldn't breathe very well. But I knew that if I just kept believing in my God, in my Creator, in my joy, it was going to be okay. And today it is okay. It is okay. I still have some challenges, but my heart is full. And I always love seeing George and Sibil here. Become a part of my family. And I know when I go down to Arizona, I'm going to come and visit y'all. Because that's my passion today, is to do some traveling. But no matter what we go through, in life, if we have faith, if you rely on your Creator, you rely on God, which, I have an acronym for God too. Good orderly direction, or good outdoors. I just love, and I love making up words too, so that's always fun. I just know that to help you personalize your own infinite being, do some of the spiritual practices that we do around here. I love to pray. Meditating is one of my favorite things. And if you want to know more about, how to do some mindful meditation, come Thursday nights here at 7 o'clock. We have a beautiful, beautiful community of meditators that, we change the world through what we do. And so you can pray and meditate, and you can journal. This is just one of my journals, and I'm going to read you what I wrote some years ago, and it's a purpose. I believe that we need to have a purpose in life. And so I'm going to read you my purpose, and I can't tell you when I wrote it. I just know that it's here. Because I didn't date it. Go figure. But my purpose today, and I still believe and stand in it, my purpose is to enthusiastically, with joyfulness, in the pursuit of assisting others to find the shining light they possess. Shine your light. Be all you can be. And when those thoughts come in, as I mentioned earlier, that I can have, I recognize them and I say they're not the truth, and I move them through, and then I do an affirmation. So find an affirmation that you can carry on through the day. So this week, I would encourage you to sit, to pray, meditate, listen to that inner voice, that intuitive being that you are, and write a purpose for your life. I know that each and every one of you have it. Wow. I'm honored. I'm just extremely honored and blessed to stand amongst my family here at CSL. And you two ladies just brightened my day when you walked in. I just love being able to greet and meet enthusiastically, and I hope that you felt something that will help you through the day, that will go, oh man, we got to go back there. We have some great people who get up here and share the teachings of science of mind, the principles behind science of mind. And it's a philosophy, a way of life that each and every one of you can bring to the table. So, with that, I think I'm done because I can stand up here and make up some more things. Really, I could. Because sometimes people can say, "Are you done, Laura?" You know, I used to have this, okay, another story. When I walked through the doors of Alcoholics Anonymous, I took to it like duck to water. It was like I came home. I never went to treatment. I never had all the things that some people will go through, which I was truly blessed. Let me tell you what, because I was just this close. But when I got here, there was this guy named Dick, and he would just like be smiling and say, you know, my life is super fantastic. If you don't believe me, follow me around. So I did. I followed him around because he had something that enlivened me. He had a joy that I didn't have for about 8 years. And I knew I came home. So I remember when he transitioned home and his wife Carla came up to me and she was carrying this little blue pillow with all kinds of flowers on it and stuff. And I remember Dick carrying that with him. And she said, "Dick wanted you to have this pillow." Oh, I thought, oh, how nice, a pillow. You know, I didn't know what to think. And she goes, "Do you know why?" I said, "No, Carla, I don't." She goes, "'Cause you are a pain in his patootie." So if I can just be a pain in somebody's patootie, I still have that pillow, in fact, you know, it's just life. So I can tell you today, my life is super fantastic. And if you don't believe me, follow me around.
Two, 1, 2. We good? Though there are times that I cannot see the path in front of me, I lose my way. I feel so alone, like every friend I've ever known is gone. I'm so far, far from home. Then I hear life call to me. There are choices to make. So how will it be? Are you gonna play safe? Risk nothing at all? Or will you rise up with the power of dawn, illuminating every step that I take? I'm rising in love. I'm rising in love. This is my choice. This is my life. I'm rising in love. Now fear won't stop it. The seasons won't change it. And war can't kill it. I now claim it. God within me, your love flows throughout. It's so naturally, it's raising my heart and singing my voice, speaking of love and calm in the every breath that I take. I'm rising in love,
Rising in love,
rising in love.
rising in love.
This is my choice,
Choice,
this is my life. I'm rising in love.
rising in love.
Whoa, love is lifting us higher. Whoa, love keeps lifting us higher. Now love is lifting us higher. I said that love is lifting us higher. Whoa, higher, 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 higher. Whoa, higher, 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 higher. We're singing higher, 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 higher. Whoa, love is lifting us higher. Sarah for the choir. And Terry O'Hara on piano.
That song was written by Stephen Plummer, and she used to sing for us, and whoa, that song just always just made me very happy and smiley. So now, may I have our ushers come forward, please? And the love offering blessing is in the program. And if you would like to say it with us, divine love. Through me. All that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you, God, and so it is.
I invite you to close your outer eyes again with me. And just know the truth. For today, the sunlight is outside and it is also in our hearts. I recognize that that same energy that allows the sun to shine also allows everything to happen on earth as well as in the entire universe and beyond. We know that there are worlds that we cannot even see, and there are also particles that are so small that we cannot even see. These are all part of the plan. They are all part of God, part of the divine intelligence of the world. And that same divine intelligence works in, as, and through us when we speak, when we think, when we act. Any of these can cause a response in ourselves, recognizing that when we have that love, we have that beauty, and we know that it is in absolutely everyone. When we recognize that in ourselves, then we can move mountains, then we can move the world, and certainly we can affect our own happiness and our own health. And so if you have a healing need, whether it is be physical, mental, emotional, or spiritual, it is done as you speak those positive words, as you think the positive thoughts, as you know what the truth is in your life, which is all positive. It is done unto you as you believe. So I'm just so grateful knowing all these truths today. And I release it into the universal law where I know it is done. It is done and it is so. And so it is. I'd like to invite you to...
One more thing.
Oh, okay.
One more thing, and then we'll get up and sing. I know. I just have to do this, and just because it's calling on my heart. You know that intuitiveness I talked about. I'd like to ask Reverend Drew up here, please. I made this drum back in 2020, and I'm actually... Come on down, Mr. Reverend Drew. Come on down. The drum is the heartbeat of our people. So when I made this drum, I'm actually in the middle of cleaning up a drum that I'm actually going to present you with. And I was hoping CJ would be here. But this is the mallet that goes with your drum. But I want to gift you this until I am done with the other one. Drew, you have touched my heart since the moment I met you. You are my mentor, you are my friend, you are a brother to me, and I just know that with this drum, and the one I'm going to give you, you will continue to touch others. So please take this, and I'm truly am an Indian giver. Because we give things, we don't take. Okay, I love you.
I love you too. Thank you so much.
Okay, now we can stand up and sing our song.